everyone, welcome back to Budget with Sue. This week I'm sharing with you guys my budget with me for the month of May, and there are quite a bit of changes as I've unfortunately had to incur some more debt. I paid for an exam with my credit card and that cost over 2,000 ringgit, and so you will see that my savings, emergency fund, investment, as well as my credit card financial goals have changed in this coming month compared to last month. I'll explain more about it in the video. So let's just jump right to it. Okay, so this is my budget for me on Google Sheets. And if this is the first budget with me that you guys are watching, I block out my salary and also my bills just for privacy's sake. But I do just briefly go over my bills, which are my usual ones. Puppers, which are for my two dogs, RLC, which is Royal Lake Club, it's a membership fee, my phone bill, my Spotify bill, and also ClassPass, which is a subscription to a site where you can go for multiple fitness or wellness classes. Next is my debt, and that is actually the same as usual. My PTPTN, which is my student loan, my car, and also a credit card, which is with Maybank. So last month when I did my debt story, I did mention that although I had a low balance on my credit card at that time, that I would be needing to spend on it again in the near future, which is why I was keeping it in my debt. And that transaction has already gone through, so I've unfortunately added over 2,000 ringgit back to my debt. And so this month moving forward, I'm going to go a bit more aggressive than I have been with my credit card payment. So for my PTPTN, it's the same 118 and 63, and for my car it's 453 ringgit, and so for my credit card I'm putting 700 ringgit this time. Previously I was only putting 200 ringgit. And then for my expenses, they're the same. Transport, which is for my petrol, my parking, my toll, that is getting 200 this month. And my food is getting 450 as usual. Other is 50 ringgit and nothing for rollover. So for my savings, we're going to put 0 for my general savings. If you haven't seen my saving challenge video, I can link that down below and in the cards, where I talk about savings challenges that are going towards my general saving. I'm currently rethinking what I want to use this for, because currently I'm just using it for a buffer for my spending account. So I think maybe it's better if I assigned it an actual purpose, but I'm still thinking about that. So for now, we're going to stick with it as being the buffer. So that's 0 for now. And because I had to funnel more money into my debt repayment, my emergency fund is only getting 50 ringgit, and so is my investment. Hopefully once the credit card is paid off again and I have some time before I have to put my braces back on it, unless I don't, so fingers crossed for that. I will have to put less towards my emergency fund and investing. I kept the 50 ringgit because I still want to contribute a little bit. I know, 100 ringgit may not be much, but it's still better than nothing. And also I think with the amount that I'm putting towards my card right now, I would be okay to pay it off in a decent amount of time. Hopefully I can put even more towards that at the end of May. Next are my sinking funds. So we'll start off with the ones that I contribute to every month regularly, which are my yearly subscriptions. She's getting 50 ringgit. Christmas gets 100 as usual. Car insurance is due this month actually, so from this month onwards I'm only putting 100 ringgit towards it every month, and that should be enough to cover my road tax and my car insurance for next year as well. And my car insurance payment will come out in the middle of May. Medical, we're doing 600 ringgit, and that's been brought down as well because I'm trying to knock off that credit card for now. So I've had to make some adjustments for my expenditures here, but that's okay. What has to be done. So for travels, we're doing 332 ringgit and 80 cents this month. And so for this month, what I'm funding is my toiletries sinking fund. I'm putting 309 ringgit and 79 cents there, which brings us to a zero-based budget. because that's what I practice, a zero-based budget where every ringgit has an assigned role. So that's my budget for May. A little bit of changes here and there, especially for my savings, my investment, and my credit card debt. This is why I need a budget in my life, so I know what to focus my efforts on financially, so I can better plan out the allocation of my funds as well. So that was my budget with me for the month of May. Thanks for joining me, and my video next week will be the closeout for my budget with me for the month of April. So if you haven't watched that, click the link in the description and join me next week to see how I did. See you then, bye!